So tell me about this Pride of the X-Men. It's an animated film, right?
Yeah, it was a pilot that was made in the it's actually like 89, but it's got a very like 90s,
Extreme Center!
well, like a late 80s 90s cartoon feel to it. Like if you've ever watched like the real Ghostbusters, this is what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really cheesy because at the time it was made. It's really underrated though, because honestly, like the time that it came out, it looks so fucking good. If you put yourself in the shoes of like if you were in 1989 and you saw this shit, like it would look really good. And it looks so good that they made that big ass arcade game that you have played before.
Uh-huh.
Where sometimes it was as big as like 6 characters.
Yeah.
Like that's all based on this TV pilot that they did.
I never played the 6 players though.
Oh,
I think the skating rink only had 4.
I think the skating rink had 4.
Yeah.
But I got to see a 6-player cabinet, but we didn't have 6 players on it in Gatlinburg one time.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So that was a little to the side. But man, yeah, this pilot is, I mean, you just have to start at the beginning. Like the first thing you get is this ad from Spider-Man. And I don't know who's voicing this guy in it, but he's telling you, you got to get out there and you got to register to vote. If you want to be a real hero, rock the vote.
Precursor to Civil War.
Yeah.
All the way in the 80s.
But yeah, I mean, you get the ad for that, and then it starts out, and the first thing that you're seeing is a Stan Lee cameo. You always got to get Stan Lee cameos in there.
Right.
It's the truck scene from X3, if you think about it.
It is. It really is.
It's just in reverse. They've got Magneto in custody.
Yeah.
And White Queen and, was it Mastermind? It's just White Queen.
Yeah.
White Queen makes everybody think it's quicksand. You got the whole line there of, quicksand, what kind of a damn fool do you think I am? The walkie-talkie goes under the quicksand.
Yeah.
Quicksand, why, what kind of a fool do you think?
There's this whole ridiculous thing where she tricks them and they get Magneto out of there and all this other shit. Just like in X3, where that's where you got to see Juggernaut.
Nice helmet.
Keeps my face pretty.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
There was no Juggernaut bitching in this, so.
No,
None of that.
no, not back in that time.
Not back. You didn't get to say bitch back in that time.
Yeah. You
Not
could say bitch.
openly. Not openly. You said
Not
that
in
at
a
home.
kid's cartoon.
Yeah, you said that at home.
Can you say that on a kid's cartoon now? I don't even know.
But I feel like you left out something very important. Their intro.
Oh, the intro. What does he say? No place to run. No place to hide.
X-Men.
Yeah, and I don't. There's 2 more lines I don't remember, but
No place to hide. No place to run. No place to run. Mutant age has now begun.
it's X-Men, save the day, X-Men, coming your way.
It's terrible.
It's the best theme song ever.
It is not the best. It's bad as Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Denver, the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a whole lot more. That's not it.
That actually is it. That not in that tune, but those are the words.
All right, so we got the theme song out of the way. We got the X3 truck scene that got aped
Very
later
racist general.
The very racist general, but Magneto calls the group the Brotherhood of Mutant Terrorists. That would not fly in 2016.
No,
That's not acceptable.
because now mutants are tied with ISIS.
Yes. So, can't do that. So, fucking Kitty shows up at the mansion. Because Professor X has been stalking her and shit.
Sent her a letter.
Early cyber stalking.
Early cyberstock.
Yeah, he figured out with Cerebro she's a mutant. He told her to come to the X Mansion. Come to the X Mansion.
Will you wait for me? And I love that the cab driver was, will you wait for me? This place gives me the creeps. And he drove away.
So she gets to the mansion. Professor X is all like talking to her in her head and freaking her out to start with. But he walks her through.
That's not how you get somebody in. You don't astral project as soon as you meet somebody. It's not something you do.
So he brings her in, shows her the rest of the team. The rest of the team is insane. I mean, the first thing they show is Colossus seemingly getting crushed to death. He's not really. He says, in his Colossus form, he can't be harmed. And then he comes out and he's like, he's good, yeah. Like the just most stereotypical Russian you can do. Then you get a few other things, Nightcrawler's very stereotypical, if Fraulein, like, very German. And Dazzler, 80s. 80s all the way. Fucking the main one, though. The main most ridiculous thing in this that is so ironic. It's like radio. Wolverine is played by a voice actor who either is or is doing an Australian accent.
Kids!
When he's referring to Kitty Pryde, he says, "Oh, she's just a kid."
Welcome her. Wait, she's not joining the X-Men, is she? She's just a kid.
I mean, it's hammed up. This motherfucker might as well be saying, "Crikey!"
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. And then so ironically, years later, we got huge jacked man playing Wolverine.
Yeah. But we all know that Wolverine's supposed to be Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian. Yeah.
But not here. Not in the 80s. In the 80s, he was Australian.
He's Australian as hell.
Boy, she's just a kid. She gets really mad about him calling her a kid throughout the movie. She's not digging that.
She doesn't like anything. Kitty Pryde's she's a cunt in this. I'm gonna bleep that out later, but man, fuck her.
She is terrible.
She's the worst. Anyway, Juggernaut and Magneto attack. Now, Magneto's been freed in this prison break operation that the White Queen sort of set up. Now, he's attacking the mansion with Juggernaut, and Professor X is telling Kitty Pryde, like, unfortunately, that's my stepbrother. And he comes in and he's like, "How's it going, Charlie?"
What's wrong, Charlie? No warm welcome for your dear stepbrother?
Like, the voice acting in this is so ridiculous. Like, it's so ridiculous that I love it so much. He's like, "Dear stepbrother."
Dear stepbrother?
Like, I can't. It's like Hulk Hogan in a fucking Juggernaut outfit. Just over the top wrestling soap opera dialogue. It's like,
"Listen here, brother."
It's so wonderful. And that's not even the best shit that comes up as far as voice acting goes. But basically, Juggernaut and Magneto come in and kick everybody's asses. And they do get the object that Magneto's come for. That's going to come in later. And they fuck up Professor X somehow. He's all laid out on the table after this. I don't know.
With his grandpa blanket and shit.
With his grandpa blanket over his polio leg.
That's terrible. It's terrible. It's bad.
So they stole the circuit board.
For
Cerebro. And they're going to use that to, like, control a comet and shit. So the X-Men pack up into a jet and go up into space. And they told Kitty to stay behind. Wolverine was like, "Oh, no, she's just a kid."
Yeah.
And they were like, fuck her. Leave her behind.
She's just going to fuck shit up.
Yeah, she's going to fuck shit up. And she's stowed away. So she's on the ship. And, like, Professor X, like, runs the whole mission from the ship. And he's like, y'all go in and fuck some shit up. But at the end, when everybody goes in, he's like, "I know you're there." And so he like kind of tells her to come out, and she comes out. She's like, I'm sorry, I just wanted to be here. Like, you should have had me here.
She already has a spacesuit.
She's in a spacesuit.
Yeah.
And he's like, I knew you were here. Just go. Get out there. Get out there and kick some ass, Kitty Pryde. And she proceeds to still continually fuck everything up. Because she's the worst.
She is.
But she comes out. You get some cool fights in between that. The blobs is the best. You get the blob for a second against Colossus, if I'm not mistaken, and you get nothing move. No, I'm sorry, it's Kitty coming up across him later, but nothing moves the blob. And then I guess it's
stupid.
Nightcrawler, and then he teleports away, and he's like, "Where'd go?"
Yeah. He talks very stupidly in this.
He talks super stupid. I'm talking super stupid right now. So fucking they're all in there because Magneto said he was gonna send what's the comet?
Scorpio.
The Scorpio comet.
Scorpio.
So the Scorpio comet, like Magneto's gonna crash that shit down on everybody, like boom,
On Earth.
just
On
kill
Earth.
everybody.
On the
Cloud
Earth.
of dust, which
That-
apparently Storm can't
Can't
fucking
blow
handle.
away. She can't do it.
So he's gonna do all that shit, and Nightcrawler busts up in there, and like Magneto's pissed at Kitty Pryde for some reason, but he's grabbing her by the arm, and Lockheed bites him. So they knock him back into the machine that he used to control the comet and bring it round. And somehow that makes them able to knock the shit back off of its target. But then
And circle
Nightcrawler,
back around to the comet that they're on.
yeah. But then they fucked up and they accidentally hit the line that's powering shit. So Nightcrawler's using his own body to be a conduit to go between, and the electrical forces, however science works. And
Magnet.
he has to stay on there until the comet fucking hits. So there's this whole thing with Professor X says he's gone, which is total bullshit.
Well, no, wait a minute now. That's not how it went in the thing. He said that he got out, and then he started falling towards the Earth, and they had to send
No, he says Professor X says he's gone.
That's whenever he's entering
And
into the
then-
Earth's atmosphere.
Professor X says he's gone.
Nightcrawler, listen to me. I'll keep the Blackbird on your view screen. Your timing must be flawless. You'll have to teleport just before the comet hits. Do you understand?
Of course, Professor.
Now, Nightcrawler, now! You've waited too long! He's gone.
And then they say, there he is. He's falling into Earth's atmosphere.
There. He's alive.
Not for long. He's entering the Earth's atmosphere.
And they try to use the grappling hooks. The grappling, they don't call them hooks. They're like grappling beams.
Uh-huh.
And they're trying to catch his ass. And it's like crab hands. Like, let's get this motherfucker. And they miss him. And he's gone. Like, dust in the wind, man. And so everybody's all sad for a minute. Like, not even a minute. Like, 8 seconds. Everybody's like, oh, shit, Nightcrawler's gone. And then they're like, what the fuck is that? And then he's in
There's
a
a
locker.
sound in the back.
Yeah.
And there's smoke pouring out from that locker,
Yeah,
remember?
Colossus picks him up and he's like, we thought you were gone, little Tavares. And he's like,
Whatever that
no, I'm German.
What is divorce?
Tavares means it's like friend.
Oh,
It's like Russian friend.
gotcha. I should have known that.
I loved so much of this though, like before that, whole ending and everything there, like obviously they beat Magneto, but Magneto's a dick and he's way more menacing in this movie. But Toad is in there, and Toad is the most ridiculous, like, Igor caricature. But Magneto tells him at some point, he's like, go play in the airlock. And he's like, yes, master! Play in the airlock?
Play in the airlock. Oh, come here.
I mean, there's so much ridiculousness about this fucking TV pilot, and I'm not surprised it didn't get picked up, even though I love it from the rose-colored glasses of nostalgia and childhood. But it's amazing. If you haven't watched this, go watch it. We just watched it on YouTube for free because it's just up. Pride of the X-Men.
Should definitely check it out.
You should totally check it out. Why are you not checking it out? Oh, you're watching us. Keep watching us till we're done with the video. But you should totally check it out after we're done. I'll put a link in the description. No, I probably won't. We'll get a copyright strike. I'm not doing that shit. Look it up yourself.
Look it up. It's spelled funny, though. Pride. P-R-Y-D-E.
Pride.
Like, I don't know. Like that word pride.
Ah, that beer is awful.
What beer is it?
It's an old rusty beer.
Oh, old
Blue
Rust
Moon.
beer.
I'm going to take a better beer.
So are you going to do an outro real quick?
I guess I should say bye to the people.
At 13 minutes.
Hi, people. Thank you if you enjoyed the video. And I'm lit as fuck. But if you like the video and you like what's going on here, subscribe maybe. Hit like on the video. Comment. Maybe share that shit on your Facebook. Send it to your grandmama. See what she thinks about it. She might like it. You don't know. You don't know what grandma's into. She's all kinds of into freaky shit. I seen it.
She might be at the...
She's a thug. Do I want to try another outro? Or do you think that's good?
I think that's actually pretty funny. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, I'm fucking drunk as shit. Ah.